Hey, everybody. It's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and those rolls of toilet paper look like what's going to be going on in Congress. You know, the U.S. government hit its 31.4 trillion borrowing limit. And no, this is not the first time. This is not the first time, everyone, that they have hit the ceiling. According to the U.S. Treasury website, since 1960, Congress has acted 78 separate times to permanently raise, temporarily extend, or revise the definition of the debt limit. 49 times under Republican presidents and 29 times under Democrat presidents. There will be a lot of drama. There will even be some hostages taken, and maybe even a temporary shutdown. But you can bet Congress will change the debt limit. In this video, we're going to look at why we are pumping. Also, did Stellar just join forces with JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and BlackRock? Yes. And mathematically, how high can XRP go? Well, I'll tell you exactly what David Schwartz said. And did the voting begin for Flare? Yes, it did. And I am surprised with the runaway results thus far. All right, everybody, come on, let's go.
Be Bitcoin, whether it be Ethereum, whether it be Solana, anything crypto, I think. Sell. Help me here. I can't stop.
As Attorney John Deaton tweeted out, we can thank Kramer for this rally. Bitcoin has outperformed stocks this week. And it's not just Bitcoin. In the top 50 by market cap, there are some big standout gains. Yeah, we have Tezos up 14%. We've got Lido DAO up 16%, Mana up 17%, Solana up 19%, and HBAR up 20% in the 24-hour period. I'm going to jump to something that is sometimes controversial for me on this channel, and that is Stellar. They are representing blockchain, the only blockchain company, on a Commodity Futures Trading Commission's Global Market Advisory Committee. On this committee includes JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and BlackRock. And the quote from that blog says, "With remittances being one of the brightest spots in crypto today, one of the most critical applications is stablecoins." And I tweeted out, when XLM. There is no mention of leveraging XLM for payments, but rather the focus is on using stablecoins. The company Ripple and the Stellar Foundation have really gone in opposite directions in the way that they leverage their digital asset that secures the protocol that they use with their business model. Ripple has positioned XRP to play a role globally. They've done so over the past few years, and they've added new use cases for XRP, like the corporate treasury and the lines of credit. Stellar made a pivot from trying to position XLM as a cross-border payments bridge asset. Instead, it is focusing more on stablecoin implementations on the Stellar network, especially with their partnership with USDC. Now, everything is possible in this space. The Stellar Foundation may be taking a position to not promote XLM right now because of the lack of clarity. So they're just really moving with the intention to use XLM in the future as a bridge. But as of right now, I don't see that happening. Voting for the Flare Network's proposal has begun, and so far, there is over 95% of the votes that are in voting yes. I thought it was going to be much closer than this. Now, before we go to what is mathematically possible for the XRP price, I want to take a look at the Trump cards. Now, not because I like the cards or I dislike the cards. I'm using it as a personal gauge for an indicator on market sentiment. And these cards released at $99, and the floor price is still holding at about $500. Now, you won't have to hear too much about Davos, but there is one last summary from the IMF. This is Kristalina Georgieva, and it is also a good indication of where the sentiment is going to lean in 2023.
My three takeaways from Davos. First, this year is going to be tough, but there are signs of resilience. Inflation is finally trimming down, labor markets are strong, China is reopening, and that would help for growth to bottom out by the end of the year. But with interest rates still high, we may see towards the end of the year unemployment going up. And for many people, low growth means it would still feel like recession. Two, there is growing concern that fragmentation can eat from growth in the future. We have done our study. It says that if we do it right, if we repair supply chains well, we may have a loss of 0.2% of GDP. If you do it poorly, cost of fragmentation can go up to 7% of GDP, $7 trillion. Very important for all of us to put forward the right policy to reduce this risk. Three, we need to work together because many of the challenges we face can only be solved by global cooperation. On the top of the list, climate change. Very strong focus on climate finance and appreciation that the fund is contributing with our resilience and sustainability trust. Looking forward, we have a duty to our membership to keep us all together.
Keep in mind, 6 years ago, the digital asset XRP was called Ripple. And 6 years ago, David Schwartz, who is today the CTO of the company Ripple, was asked, mathematically speaking, what is the highest price Ripple could potentially get to? I want to read you the answer, which is archived on Reddit. It all depends how big you want to dream. If Ripple captures Bitcoin's current market share, then $2. What if Ripple captures the value of all high friction international payments that are now occurring? Then $20. You could add a multiplier to this for additional demand from people holding XRP to make or facilitate the payments in the future. What if Ripple captures the value of an increasing volume of international payments driven by the reduction in friction? Maybe 120. Same point. As above, you could justify a multiplier to do this. What if the economy triples in size? The volume of international payments increases, Ripple captures all of that, and people use the Ripple for all kinds of other things because it displaces Bitcoin or equals in size a Bitcoin that's many times its current size. And we could also expand the economy to other planets and also use of XRP. And as for how likely these scenarios are, though, who can say? Ripple equaling Bitcoin's current market cap sometime in the near future doesn't seem any more outrageous to me now than the idea of Bitcoin selling for over $1,000 seemed to me in 2012. And then this portion is most interesting. It was deleted out of his original post. For all the people reading this, though, these are incredibly unlikely things to happen. Ripple could relatively hit $1. Anything beyond that is undeterminable. Ripple is good for the long-term gain, but don't count on a 1,000-time blow-up that other coins have recently experienced. If you want to gamble on those kind of multipliers, go look in the 30 to 80 market cap range for interesting coins. So who knows? Maybe 589 is going to be just for a dance.
Waiting patiently, they tryna drown me. I know about XRP, nothing to tell me.
I'm staying up late tonight, participating in the very first Twitter space that starts at 1:30 a.m. for me here in Japan. This is for the free study guide to pass the Series 65. I hope to see you there. All right, everybody, we're jumping to the fluff. Yes, there is some real talent in the XRP community, and this is a jeweler that I discovered on Twitter, and I grabbed her last Arizona turquoise ring. If you are a rock hound, well, Japan could be a very fun place to visit. This is an example of some of the jade that can be found, just lying on the beach. It ranges in color from blue to green. This is an example of a piece that was picked up just on January 14th of this year. I've always wanted to go to Itoigawa City in Niigata. If you see where my mouse is, this is Tokyo. And right on the back side here of Niigata is where you can find benitoyite. It is a rare blue variety of sapphire, and it's found only in California, Montana, Arkansas, Australia, and Japan. You can go to the Omigawa River, and if you're lucky, you're going to find something like this. And when it's cut and polished, it may look something like this. Wow. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.